Welcome back to another video. I am just doing a quick review of this whole Jake Paul versus Andrae August fight. Honestly, I looked up Andrae August. He had a record of 10-1, so he'd only lost one fight. I'd heard that he was a Golden Gloves winner, but after watching this fight, it really doesn't look like being a Golden Gloves winner even really meant that much. So, few conclusions. Either he had a lot of ring rust because he had a lot of time off over COVID, or he took a dive in this fight. But he barely looked like he wanted to throw a punch. He was very stiff. He did hit Jake with a couple of good shots when Jake was going in for the attack. He had a pretty decent counter that he hit him with. But overall, after looking up his record, he mainly was fighting bums. Like one guy I watched, he was 10, he had won 7 and lost 14. So obviously the guy that he beat really wasn't that good. But in this fight, I'm not going to lie, Jake Paul looked pretty good. He had his hands down the whole time, which tells me that he didn't really see August as a threat. When he fought Tommy Fury, his hands were up way more and he was way more cautious. And Tommy Fury, let's be honest, he is not that good of a boxer. Even though he's a pro, even though he's a Fury, and I use that term lightly, he's not that good. So Jake, I felt like this whole time was in zero trouble. August also, as you can see, kept ducking his head. So he was setting himself up for the uppercut, which is coming up here pretty shortly. Just watch it, because I'm not going to lie, it's a pretty nice uppercut. And even though people keep saying Jake Paul is not a real boxer, he's not a real this, not a real fighter, guess what? He's knocking people out for real. Nate Robinson, the basketball player, he obviously didn't want to get knocked out. He went the distance with Anderson Silva. I understand he's not a boxer, but he is a fighter. And the other MMA guy that he just fought, woo, it was a heck of a knockout. Anyway, yep, my opinion is I respect Jake Paul for putting in the work. I respect him for going through camps, actually doing the boxing and actually trying to make something of himself. And you can't hate him for doing that. Regardless of whether you think he's good or not, he is putting in the work.